Welcome, weary souls, to a sanctuary of tranquility and serenity. Tonight, we embark on a journey into the cozy embrace of sci-fi dramas from the past, accompanied by the soothing whispers of a distant thunderstorm. Prepare to unwind, relax, and let the magic of the cosmos guide you into a restful night's sleep, as the rain gently taps on your window pane and distant thunder rumbles in the night sky. Find yourself in a space where the ordinary fades away and the extraordinary takes center stage. So find your favorite spot, cozy up, and let the raindrops be your companions on this journey to tranquility. Embrace the gentle whispers of the rain and thunder. Close your eyes and imagine the crackling of vintage broadcasts as they transport you to a time where space adventures and otherworldly tales unfold through the airwaves. As you journey through this realm of dreams, let the dulcet tones of vintage broadcasts guide you through distant galaxies, while the rhythmic patter of raindrops creates a calming symphony, lulling you into a restful night's sleep. Until next time, sweet dreams and good night.
Now for tonight's stories. Let's go beyond tomorrow. Beyond tomorrow, next month, next decade, next century, when we will still be housewives and farmers and merchants, when some of us will be broke and some of us will be ambitious, and some of us will be lonely as people are today, but when we will employ robots to do our housework and go for a weekend to the moon. Beyond tomorrow, science fiction stories about us and our children in the days that are soon to come. Tonight, based on a famous story by Robert Heinlein and adapted by Robert Senadella, the story of a man who lived for a dream.
All right, everybody, all right. Right this way to the rocket. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen, this machine is the very same type of machine used by the first men to reach the moon. You can step inside and take a look for only 25 cents. But you've got to hurry, 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 because the captain's going to take off for the stratosphere in about 5 minutes. Come on, see the rocket that made a flight to the moon. Hurry, hurry, hurry.
What are you looking at, Sonny?
That rocket, what'd you think?
You like rockets?
I'm gonna be a rocket pilot someday. I'm gonna be a pilot on a moon run.
Ever been inside one?
No.
Well, I'll take you inside this one if you can tell me what company operates the moon run.
Oh, everybody knows that. The Harrison Moon Rocket Company, of course.
Right. Come on.
Oh, gee whiz.
Okay, right up the gangplank.
2
sir.
tickets, please.
Okay, sir. Who else wants to see the inside of a rocket that made a flight to the moon? Hurry, hurry, hurry.
Here we are, Sonny. Well, what do you think of it?
Look at that instrument.
Do you see this semicircle of dials? Well, this dial tells you the velocity. And here's one for the air density inside the ship, and...
I know. And this one's for the air density outside the ship. And this one measures the gravitational pull.
I guess we're just a couple of fans, eh, Sonny?
Say, mister, you ever been to the moon?
No. No, I haven't.
Sorry, sir.
Yes, Captain?
You and the boy will have to leave now. We've got to cast loose for flight.
Oh, gee.
Oh, you run along, Sonny. I want to talk to the captain.
Oh, okay. So long. And thanks, mister.
Good luck to you, my boy. Captain.
Yes?
How far up do you go on this flight?
Not far, just about 1,000 miles. Do it twice a day. Crowd likes it. We're out of sight in 4 3/10 seconds. I'll take dope that day.
Ever take passengers?
Got $25?
Yes.
We take passengers.
Good.
I'll have the doc come in and give you a checkup.
Oh, no.
What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. If you're in a hurry, I thought that maybe we could dispense.
Not a chance. Want me to lose my license? Hey, Doc.
Yeah?
Doc, come in here a minute.
Right there.
Well, all right.
Standard procedure. It'll be over in a jiffy. Take off your jacket.
All right.
Gentleman here wants to take a flight.
Roll up your sleeves, please.
There you are.
All right. Let's test your blood pressure. Uh-huh. How old are you, sir?
60.
You don't mean 70.
60?
All right. There's no go anyway.
You mean you won't take me?
I couldn't even guarantee that you'd live through the taking. You see, sir, it's not only that your blood pressure is high. I bet you have a heart condition, too. But at your age...
I'm 60.
Well, let's say 60. Even at 60, bones are brittle, highly calcified, easily broken to shock or takeoff. Rocketry, sir, is
It's
a young
man's
game.
game, I know.
Sorry, sir. I'd like to take you. But...
Oh, well, it's all right. I rather expected it. But, Captain, could you and your engineer have dinner with me at the fairgrounds after your flight?
Well, we'll be hungry.
Good. I'll be waiting for you.
Hiya, mister.
Huh? Oh, hello, Sonny.
Gee, you stayed in there so long. I thought you had gone with him.
No, not this time, Sonny. More coffee, Captain McIntyre?
Thank you.
Smoke a cigar, Mr. Cummings?
Don't mind if I don't.
Ah, here you are.
Boy, Corona.
Well, then. So you quit the moon run, Captain. Why?
I didn't like it.
Well, I can't believe that. You're a rocket man.
Tell him the truth, Mac. It was Rule G that got you.
Oh, Rule G, eh? You still drink?
No, but they don't give you a second chance.
How about you, Mr. Cummings? How is it you're not on the moon run anymore?
Oh, I smuggled a beautiful blue rock back there. Girl, I know. Boy, I wish I hadn't. I could be in Luna City tonight. Ah, now there's a town.
How about you, Captain? Would you like to be back in Luna City?
Why are you asking us all this, Mr. Harrison?
Oh, I got my reasons. Did you like it on the moon?
The moon's the only place for a young fellow, Mr. Harrison. It's still undeveloped compared to what it's going to be. It's just opening up. It's the frontier all over again.
I might be able to get you boys back there.
What?
What do you mean?
Look, I want to get to the moon myself. And frankly, I need a couple of boys like you to take me. Fellows who know the ropes.
Well, what's the matter with getting an excursion permit and going in a company ship?
He can't pass a physical exam, Tom.
Well, I know, but if you can afford to hire us, Mr. Harrison, why don't you just bribe a company doctor? Did that before?
No, it won't work for me. I'm a little too prominent.
Say, you're not...
My name is Della D. Harrison.
You're D.G. Harrison himself.
I thought so.
Well, gosh, sir, you own most of the company yourself. You ought to be able to do anything you like, rules or no rules.
No, that's not true. I'm a good deal less free than you are.
What? But holy...
Well, I tried to do what you suggest, but the other directors wouldn't permit it. They're afraid of losing their franchise.
You've never been to the moon?
No.
Say, this is really tough. Why, if it hadn't been for you, none of us had ever got there. And you can't go.
Not legally. But if I find a ship, are you boys game to take me?
Sure we are.
Now, wait a minute. I think we better have more details.
All right, fair enough. Now, you'd have to buy the ship for me. If I did it openly, everybody would figure out what I meant to do and stop me.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll supply you with all the cash you need. You go out and locate some sort of ship and we'll be fitted for the trip.
Look, Mr. Harrison, Why do you want to go to the moon so badly?
I don't know whether I can explain it to you or not. It's the one thing I've wanted to do all my life. When I was a kid, practically nobody believed that men would ever reach the moon. They laughed at the idea. But I believed. I read Verne and Wells and Smith, and I set my heart on being one of the men to walk the surface of the moon, to see her other side, and to look back on the face of the earth, hanging in the sky. Captain McIntyre, Mr. Cummings, I've lived longer than I should, but I don't want to die until I've set foot on the moon.
You get hold of that money, Mr. Harrison. We'll take you to the moon.
But, Mr. Harrison, you heard me, Belden. Sell 'em. I want every share of stock I own realized in cash as rapidly as possible. Spaceways Provisioning Company, Artemis Mines, Lunar City Recreation, the whole lot of them. Sell 'em all.
Hello.
Agent, Mr. Belden.
Oh, hello, Belden.
I'm calling you because your uncle gave me a rather peculiar order today.
Really? What was it?
Well, I work for your uncle, Agent. I shouldn't be calling you. It's just that I hate to see your inheritance in danger.
What? Hey, what's going on?
Well, I'm supposed to tell you. I wouldn't want you to forget me in case...
Well, I understand you perfectly, Belden. You'll be taken care of. What's the old man doing?
He's ordered me to sell all his stock. He's converting everything into cash.
Belden, I won't forget you. Thank you. I'll see my lawyer right away.
And so, Your Honor, we contend that Mr. Harrison's conduct gives clear indication that a mind once brilliant has become senile. We therefore pray this honorable court to declare Mr. Harrison incompetent and to assign a conservator to protect his financial interests and the financial interests of his heir, Mr. Jason Harrison. That is all.
Has Mr. Dallas Harrison's attorney any closing argument?
Only this, Your Honor. My client has the right to enjoy his wealth in whatever manner best suits him for the few remaining years of his life. We pray that this court will confirm our opinion that my client has this right. Thank you.
Mr. Cummings, this court has a high regard for individual liberty. But it must be admitted that in selling his holdings and demanding cash, Mr. Dallas Harrison has acted in an eccentric manner. The court cannot overlook the fact that men do grow old. Yes, men do become senile. And in such cases must be protected. I shall take this matter under advisement till tomorrow. Court is adjourned.
Extra millionaire disappears. C.D. Harrison missing. Extra.
Oh, it's awful, Jason, but I couldn't have foreseen it.
I don't suppose so, Belden.
He must have gone to court yesterday with that money in his pockets and saw that the judge would decide against him. He decided not to stick around for the verdict.
He took everything?
Everything.
We've got to find him.
The police are working on
Well,
him.
you've got to help them.
How?
Well, figure out where he went.
I don't know where he went.
You're the only one who can find out. Go through his papers. Look for clues. Look for hiding places. Examine everything. Letters, bills, scratch pads, diaries, everything. Find a clue, report to me. It's up to you to dig up the leads, Belden. We've got to find that old man before he spends all my money.
Hey, this ham gravy's good.
Charlie, you'd rather eat than anything, Mr. Harrison.
That's a libel on the girls in Lona City.
I've had a pretty good appetite myself since I joined you boys.
Desert air.
Exercise.
No, I don't think a man's health depends so much on what he does as on whether he wants to do it. I feel good because I'm doing what I want to do.
That's all a man can ask of life.
Say, Mr. Harrison,
Yes?
how does a guy go about getting rich? Like you did.
Oh, I don't know, Charlie. I never tried to get rich. I never wanted to be rich or well-known or anything like that.
Ah, you. wouldn't kid me, would you?
No. I just wanted to live a long time and see it all happen. Oh, I wasn't unusual. There were lots of boys like me. Radio hams there were, and telescope builders and airplane amateurs. We had science clubs and basement laboratories and science fiction leagues. No, I didn't want to be rich. I just wanted to live long enough to see men rise up to the stars. And if God was good to me, to go as far as the moon myself. It's been a good life. I haven't any complaints.
Here's the moon up there. Look at it.
The moon.
We'll be there in a day or two.
Say, Mac.
Yeah?
As far as you're concerned, you're ready to go now, is that right?
That's right.
Well, then we're just waiting for your calibration runs and pre-flight tests, eh, Charlie?
Well, say I might run them tonight.
Now, that's what I was getting at, can you?
Well, sure, why not? If Mac will help. Eh?
I'll help you.
We'll all help. With luck, we can take off tomorrow.
Come on, boys, let's go. Let's get that. I'll
catch you, Mac.
Harris. He's out. Come on, Charlie. Let's get him into his tent.
Right.
Easy now. Easy does it.
There.
Where's his medicine?
Here's that pocket. I got it.
Break that capsule. Hold it under his nose.
Right.
He's breathing better. We won't go tomorrow. We've got to wait until he's back to normal.
Look, can we leave him for a sec, Mac?
I think so.
Come outside for a minute, then.
Okay. What is it?
Mac, we're not going through with this.
Why not?
It's murder. He'll never stand up under the initial acceleration. The takeoff will kill him.
It's what he wants to do.
Oh, we can't let him.
Why not?
Why not? Because he's such a swell old dump, Mac.
Okay, what do you want to do with him? Send him back? Let the court put him away in a bug house? Let him dress in a bathrobe and sit in a wheelchair in a sanitarium till he dies of a broken heart?
No, I don't want that.
Okay, get out to the hangar and make your setup for those test runs. I'll be along.
Hello.
Jason, Eldon speaking. I've got something.
Yes, what is it?
Had it in a strong box. It's a deed. Deed to a piece of land in Arizona, 6 acres. Apparently, from the description, this is desert land.
When did he buy it?
He didn't. Two men named James McIntyre and Charles Cummings bought it a month ago. It looks as if what he
I
said...
know what it looks as if. Good work, Belden. Now get out there right away and stop him. Stop him at all costs.
In 20 seconds, we will return you to Robert Heinlein's famous science fiction story, Requiem. A few words first concerning speed. In the era of rocket travel ahead, speed will be an important factor. But speed today can be the direct cause of sudden death on nation's highways. As spring dissolves into summer, more and more people will be driving towards vacation land, taking the family for Sunday spins. And more necessary will be the element of caution. Don't speed. Remember that accidents don't always happen to someone else. By speeding, they can happen to you. And now, back to our story.
Hey there!
Hello, stranger. Looking for something?
Looking for somebody.
Who?
Are you, James McIntyre?
What about it?
Hey, what's up, Mac?
Come here, Charlie.
What's the matter? You'd be Charles Cummings, I guess. So? You have a spaceship here, and you're taking D.D. Harrison on a flight to the moon.
We haven't got a spaceship.
What are you keeping that big shed?
Shredder yacht.
Where's Mr. Harrison?
Harrison? Do you know anybody named Harrison, Charlie?
No use, Mac. We can't take off now. They know we can't.
You saw good sense, fella. Where's Harrison?
See that little tent over there? Where? There, right back there.
Oh, that one. Is he in there?
Yeah. Catch him, Mac.
Nice going, Charlie.
I hate it so, but the only way.
Let's leave him here.
Darn it, that's the finger I broke playing shortstop. I'm always hurting that finger.
Come on, we haven't any time. Get Pop into the cabin. Strap him into his hammock.
Right. Yeah, past this guy.
In a jiffy.
Luna City. Here we come. How is it, Mac?
I'm all set. How's Mr. Harrison?
Mac, I don't think he'll live through the takeoff.
It's what he wants.
I know.
You better stay with him.
Right. Okay, Mr. Harrison?
Okay.
We're ready to take off.
Let me go over to the port. I want to watch the Earth.
No, you've got to stay in the hammock. All set?
All set.
Okay, Mac. Here we go. Harrison. Mr. Harrison. Mr. Harrison.
I'm all right, Charlie.
Oh. I'm going up aboard and see Mac. Going all right, Mac?
Going all right. Is he?
Yeah, he's alive. But he's in bad shape, Mac.
How bad?
A couple of cracked ribs, anyhow. I don't know what else. I don't know whether he'll last out the trip, Mac. His heart was pounding something awful.
He'll last, Charlie. He's tough.
Tough. Delicate as a canary.
I don't mean that. He's tough way down inside.
Yeah. I better stay with him. We're on our way, Mr. Harrison.
Can't I move to a port now? Can't I watch the Earth now?
Oh, nothing to see yet. The blast hides it until we build up enough speed to coast up to the changeover point. Maybe if you're all right then, we'll move you to a port, but only if you're all right. Because you see... Miss Harrison. Miss Harrison. Miss Harrison.
Dad, look. Look, Dad, look.
Take it easy, Miss Harrison.
Dad, look. Up in the sky. What's that up in the sky, Dad?
That's Hawley's Comet, Ella.
Where did it come from?
Oh, I don't know, son. Way out in the sky somewhere.
It's beautiful, Dad. It's beautiful. I want to touch it.
I'm afraid you'll never be able to touch it, son.
I want to touch it. I want to touch that beautiful thing up there in the sky.
Take it easy, Miss Harrison. Take it easy.
Dallas, will you stop puttering with that machine and listen to me?
Oh, hello, Charlotte. I didn't know you were there.
I know you didn't. You never know I'm here. All you do is tinker and putter and work over that laboratory tent. I'd like to have it ripped out.
But didn't I show you in the paper, Charlotte? They've made a flight into the stratosphere.
We haven't been to the movies for 6 months.
Well, if they can reach the stratosphere, they can reach the moon. That's what I'm working on, Charlotte. It's big. It's important.
You never listen. I'm warning you, Dallas. You've got to choose between me and this laboratory.
Choose between you and the laboratory. Choose? But don't you see, I'm going to make a machine that will reach the moon.
Harrison, please. Try to be quiet. Try to lie still there. We'll be at the changeover point soon.
She left me, Charlie. She left me.
Take it easy, Mr. Harrison.
It works. It works. I know this time the machine will work. I know this machine will reach the moon. I'm going to take off next month.
No, you're not, Mr. Harrison.
What do you mean, Doctor? My own machine, and I can't take it to the moon.
You'll have to get somebody else to take it to the moon, Mr. Harrison.
But this is my own machine. I want to take it to the moon. I want to touch the moon.
Mr. Harrison, we know enough about rocket ships to know that a man of your age with your weakened constitution cannot travel in them. You get somebody else to fly your ship to the moon. You stay on Earth.
But I've got to go. I've got to go. I've got to go.
Miss Harrison, please. We've passed the changeover point.
I've got to go. I've got to go to the moon.
Take it easy, Mr. Harrison. I'm going up front with Mac. Mac, I'm worried.
How is he?
Delirious. He keeps raving. I'm worried about the landing. You better set her down awful easy.
All right, I will. I'll ease her in on an involute approach curve.
All right, go ahead.
Here we go. Get back there with Mr. Harrison, Charlie. This is it.
We're landing, Mr. Harrison.
How is it, Charlie?
He's out.
Mr. Harrison, he's breathing anyway. Let's get him out of the ship, Charlie.
Okay, we get the compressed air tanks out. I can handle it. He only weighs about 20 pounds one way.
Right.
All right, Mr. Harrison, here we go. Once we get to the moon, let me get those buckles unstrapped. There we are. Okay. Good night. Get the door open, will you?
Right. Get this compressed air tank out. Okay, come on, Charlie. Bring him out.
Right.
We better set him down here on the ground.
Right.
Where am I? Is this the moon?
This is the moon, Mr. Harrison.
Look in the sky. That moon up there, that's the Earth, isn't it?
That's the Earth.
I made it. I'm on the moon. I'm looking back at the Earth.
You made it, Mr. Harrison.
I can die now. Got a pencil?
Here's a pencil.
Paper? That shipping tag. That shipping tag on the compressed air tank.
Here it is.
I've got to write. Then I can die.
I'll hold you up. Go ahead and write.
And when you bury me, put this over my grave.
We'll carve it in marble, Mr. Harrison.
No, leave it on the shipping tag. A shipping tag from a compressed air tank. That's what I want over my grave.
Write it, Mr. Harrison.
Under the wide and starry sky, dig my grave and let me lie. Glad did I live and gladly die. And I lay me down with a will. This be the verse you grave for me. Here he lies, where he longed to be. Home is the sailor, home from the sea, and the hunter, home from the hill.
You have just heard the first in a new series of science fiction stories, Beyond Tomorrow. In tonight's presentation, Requiem, Everett Sloan was featured in the role of D.D. Harrison. Music was composed and conducted by Henry Silverne, and John Campbell, Jr. was our program consultant. Beyond Tomorrow is produced and directed by Mitchell Grayson. Listen again at the same time next week, and CBS will bring you another story about you in the future. You, Beyond Tomorrow. To misquote the masters, may we say, what is so nice as an evening at home, especially when your radio dial is set to bring you CBS's quintet of early evening programs. Here's a cross-section of entertainment for all the family. Programs like Lowell Thomas, famed traveler and commentator, Beulah, that laughable, lovable character created especially for Hattie McDaniel. There's the Jack Smith, Dinah Shore, Margaret Whiting Show, and Club 15 with your host Bob Crosby and his singing partners, the Andrews Sisters and Joe Stafford, and of course, Edward R. Murrow with his roundup and analysis of the world's news. 5 quarter-hour shows, 5 nights a week, for your enjoyment over most of these same CBS stations. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Tonight, The Stars Are the Sticks by Theodore Sturgeon.
They call me Karen. It isn't my real name, but it suits my job. Karen, you may remember, ferried dead souls across the river Styx of Greek mythology. I ferried dead souls from the planet Earth out into the unknown of space. My little satellite station is known as Curbstone. I've been here for 20 years. Yes?
Warren?
Oh, Queen. What is it?
There's a ship landing from Earth.
Is it the regular shuttle?
Yes.
Okay, we'll check the candidates as soon as they're in.
I'll fill out the reports for you.
Thank you. Oh, Queen.
Yes?
Close the door a minute, will you? I want to talk to you.
Yes.
How long have you been here on Curbstone?
Oh, I don't know. I think 2 years.
Approximately. And you've been helping me here in the office for almost a year and a half. Have you thought about going back to Earth?
Oh, yes, I thought about it.
And?
Well, I couldn't. I'd rather die. I just don't seem to belong there.
You'd rather stay here and wait?
Yes.
Even though you may never become certified for space?
One day it will happen.
Perhaps. I almost hope it won't.
Oh, don't say that.
Well, the shuttle should be coming in soon. Maybe this trip will be somebody aboard for you.
I have a feeling there will be.
I suppose I ought to explain a little about Curbstone at this point. We're a stopping point. Well, a jumping off place would be more accurate. We get people from Earth who, for many reasons, cannot remain there. Some are antisocial, criminals of the sort. Some are misfits, individualists who cannot adjust to the rigid standardizations. Some are just different. People who are physically different and who have been ostracized as a result. And a few, of course, those who have souls too big for the confines of Earth. They come to Curbstone and wait to be certified for space. And it's my job to send them out.
They're waiting.
How many of the trip?
2 men and a woman. One of the men...
Yeah?
Nothing.
Oh, I've known you too well to be fooled. Now, you're practically glowing. Did you speak to him?
No.
But you think perhaps he'll be the one to choose you?
Well, I think perhaps the way he looked at me.
How?
He didn't think there was anything funny about me. He just looked.
There is nothing funny.
He was trying to be kind.
You should know me better. I'm the original Billy Goat Grubb.
I do know you better. You have a kind heart.
Enough of that. Ask him to come in. One at a time. I watched her walk to the door. I thought she was beautiful. She was, but not in a way acceptable to the eugenics department back on Earth. Queen was an albino. She had silver skin and hair, and ruby-colored eyes. If I hadn't been such an old rat.
Thank you. This is the senior relief officer. He'll check you in.
Thank you, miss.
Your name, please.
Don't you know it?
No, I'm afraid Judd! Good Lord.
Hello, friend.
Judd Smith for all these years.
I understand they call you Karen.
Yes.
Good, I'll call you Karen.
Well, what in the name of misery brings you to Curbstone?
Oh, I'm a candidate.
But you, of all people, you had a good position and enough money. You didn't get into trouble, did you?
Oh, the sort.
Of what sort?
When I was your student at the university many years ago, you taught me to enjoy my individuality. I tried to teach my students the same thing. The authorities wouldn't stand it.
I see.
So I decided to take my chances in space.
Are you aware of the risk?
Well, not fully, or I probably wouldn't be here.
Well, then let me acquaint you with the procedure here on Curbstone. Look out that window. What do you see?
Looks like a spaceship launching.
Exactly. That ship is aimed at the outer galaxies. It has enough fuel to reach its destination and land. Not enough to come back.
I see.
People who come here to Curbstone have to be certified before they can take off in one of those ships.
How does one go about being certified?
There are 3 requirements. You must pass a physical examination and a mental examination.
And the third?
You must find an agreeable partner for the trip.
A partner?
A partner of the opposite sex who is willing to share her life, or death, with you from now until eternity.
That could be rather difficult.
When the Earth authorities agreed to Operation Curbstone, it was decided that it would be a method of colonizing the outer galaxies with Earth people. Therefore, these ships are built to carry 2 people.
I see. Well, suppose I choose somebody and she doesn't want me.
You wait.
Now just suppose I pass the physical and the mental test, and I even find a partner. Suppose we get into the ship and are launched into space. Now, what are our chances?
Come here. This board shows a light for each ship that is en route in space. There, you see that one? That's a couple named Fort and Mary Ellen. They went out together last week, headed for the Deneb system. As long as the light shows, they're all right. They haven't been destroyed by radiation or piled up on some asteroid or gotten into a time warp. You know, from our years of launching couples here on Curbstone, that 46% of them never make it.
And those that make it?
We don't know. They have the equipment for survival, of course, but who knows what they'll need on some strange planet.
Still they go out.
Still they go out.
When do I take the examination?
Well, you can start tomorrow if you like. I'd like to talk over old times with you right now, but I have to check the other 2 passengers who came up with.
Certainly.
McQueen, would you come in, please? She assists me here. She, too, is waiting to find a partner. McQueen, this is Judson. Judson's an old friend. He's a student of mine many years ago.
Very happy to meet you.
Yes, I know you are.
Queen, tell the others to come in, please.
Yes, sir.
A remarkable girl.
Remarkable looking at anyway.
Well, Queen will tell you where your quarters are. I hope we'll talk soon.
I hope so. Oh, by the way, that light on the board, Fort and Mary Ellen?
What about it?
Well, it just went off.
I was happy to see Judson. My memories of our association were pleasant ones. As he left, the other 2 passengers came in. The man was young, dark-haired, and slick-looking. His name was Walls. The woman, well, she takes some describing. Her name was Flower. Her voice was like a cello, and her figure was a walking demand for the revival of the now extinct profession of keeping calm. Let me be honest, I didn't like either. That takes care of your documents.
How long will it take us to be certified?
Well, that depends. If you pass the test, it can happen in a week.
Suppose we don't pass our test.
You might be here a year, 2 years. There's no limit. You can keep taking the test, or you can return to Earth.
Earth? Oh. Yeah. Is there anything to do up here? I mean, excitement.
That depends on what you consider excitement.
Anything we haven't already tried. Isn't that right?
We decided to come up here next week.
Call me Karen.
Oh, please.
Anyway, we decided to come up here because we were bored with the routine on Earth.
You're aware of the risks involved?
You mean we might not make it? Well, that's life, isn't it?
Well, for some. For others, it's death.
I don't like that kind of talk.
We'll attend an orientation session tomorrow. I'll have my assistant go to your quarters. Quinn.
Yes?
Quinn. I want you to meet Flower.
How do you do?
And Walls.
Oh, Curbstone is exciting already.
Something different, darling?
Oh, shut up. This is Quinn. We'll show you where you live.
Oh, pleasure. It's a space pleasure.
There was something decadent about Walden Flower, something almost reptilian. I couldn't believe that these 2 would ever step into a ship and risk the trip to space. Of course, I could be wrong. Boredom drives people to risk many things. At the session the next day, I watched my senior arrival. When it was over, I stood talking to Judson. Well, still want to go out?
Yeah.
You got a companion yet?
Oh, yeah.
Really? You haven't met anybody yet?
I've met the person I'd like to go with.
Mind if I ask who?
Your assistant, too.
You don't disappoint me, Jed. I fell in love with her the first time I met her, too.
I haven't even talked to her. She said hello, went to commissary. There's a quality about it. Well, like a cool breeze and a hot summer day. Well, you are smitten.
At my age, I can afford to be romantic.
Excuse me, am I interrupting?
Not at all. Judging you know, Clara.
Yes, the man on the ship come to shoot me.
I wondered if you were busy.
For me? You. Well, not really.
Good. Then you can take me down to the recreation room for some natural caffeine.
Well, I don't use it.
That doesn't mean you can't take me.
Well, you're Mr. Ward. I mean...
Ward and I are just very good friends. Besides, he's busy right now. He's being shown around the satellite by this gentleman's assistant.
Queen?
What's her name? Really what? Coming, Judson?
I guess so. You excuse me?
Certainly. When I saw Queen the next day, there were stars in her eyes. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're laughing.
Am I?
Your eyes are.
I'm happy.
Good.
I think it won't be long now
Before what?
before I'm 35.
Oh,
I've met someone who really likes me.
I see.
Can you guess?
No, who is it?
Well, you know that dark-haired young man who came in yesterday with your friend Judson?
Wald?
Mm-hmm. We went down to the ship together, and he asked a lot of questions about it, and then we started to talk about us. He says he's wasted his whole life fitting from one diversion to another.
Really?
Now he says he's looking for something with some meaning.
You like him?
He isn't afraid of me. He doesn't see anything wrong with my being different.
I thought he was with Florence.
Oh, he says he and Sarah travel together because of habit. They're both bored and looking for something. Or someone.
Well, as long as it makes you happy.
He kissed me. You know that no man has ever kissed me like that.
You enjoyed it?
Oh, yes.
Did he say anything about going out into space with you?
He said he could think of no one he'd rather go with.
And when is he going to sign the certification?
Well, he felt we ought to get to know each other better. For a while, anyway. He's right, don't you think?
Yes, I think it would be better.
Karen,
Yes?
I love you very much.
Why did you say that?
Because it's true. I mean, there's something so kind and understanding about you.
Don't let it fool you. Underneath, I'm the same as anybody else.
No, I don't believe it. Well, they picked you for this job because you have such compassion. You could never hate.
Could you?
I don't know. I never have, but now I don't know.
That's because you're in love. You can't love really unless you can hate.
I don't believe that.
Oh, I just invented it to sound as if I knew the answer. Come on, I'll buy you a drink to celebrate the big event. I watched her sip the drink, the tones of her skin coming and going with the pulse of her blood. I thought to myself, you're going to be hurt, and you're going to be terribly, terribly hurt. And I wondered if perhaps she didn't know it. Well, Queen, another couple out into space. Maria and Clint. When you report, you can have another ship brought up to the launching. Queen.
What? Sorry, I was thinking of something else.
Wald?
Sort of.
How long has it been now?
3 months.
Long time, huh?
Well, he wants to be sure.
And you? Are you sure?
Yes.
Nothing to do but wait, then. I have to go over to the hull division. Will you take over?
Yes. Sometime I, too, will be speeding through space, and I'll be a tiny light on this board.
Hello there. Mind if I come in?
Oh, not at all.
Where's Fatso?
Karen? He isn't that fat.
He's fat enough.
He went over to the hull division.
Nice layout.
Did you come to see me or the layout?
No, I came to see you. Matter of fact, I wanted to talk to you about something.
Well,
The party tonight at the rec center.
well, what about it? We're going, aren't we?
I can't make it.
Is something wrong?
I'm meeting somebody else.
Oh,
Flower.
I see.
Oh, come on, now don't look so hurt. Flower and I have bummed around together for years.
But I thought she and Judson...
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
Well, they spend all their time together.
Oh, you don't know Flower. She likes to experience new things. When they get to be old, she tosses them away. All except me.
And you? Do you like to experience new things and toss them away?
Look, I'm sorry, Queen, but it's just the way I am.
Like Flower.
Like Flower. We're two of a kind.
Would you do me a favor?
Why not?
Make it a clean date. Don't try to see me again or tell me any more lies. Even though I want to hear them. And thanks.
Thanks.
For these 3 months. Even though they didn't make the news. At least I had them.
Well, I'll see you around.
Yeah. I'll see you around.
Hey.
Calvin. Calvin.
Just let him talk.
He doesn't care about me. He never has.
Fine.
He's going back to Flower.
Well, I'm leaving.
Oh, what'll I do? He's the only one who ever wanted me.
No, not the only one. Now there are 3 of us. The question that kept going through my mind was, what next? How long was Wall going to hang around Curbstone before he decided to go back to Earth? I couldn't believe he'd have the guts to go out into space. But I had underestimated Flower.
Well, the prodigal returns.
Don't make funny remarks.
Tell me, darling, what brings you to my room at this late hour? Could it be that you miss me? Or like little Miss Tween giving you the cream?
Shut up and give me a drink. And don't act so self-righteous. You've been having your fling with this Judson character.
My mom. Jealous, too.
Oh.
I thought you and I agreed a long time ago we'd never make any claims on each other.
That was a long time ago. Okay, I'm getting bored with the satellite. Let's go back to Earth.
I'm bored with Earth.
Well, we'll go someplace else then.
I am going someplace else.
Where?
Out. Space.
Oh, come on now, don't be ridiculous.
Oh, I am not being ridiculous.
Do you know that only 46% arrive? And if you get there, heaven only knows what kind of monsters or poison atmospheres get you.
I know. There's a certain thrill in the risking.
Oh, and when did you start feeling poetic?
Since I started talking to Judson.
I know you too well. You're 100% too selfish to risk your pretty skin for some poetic feeling.
Well, listen to me. You and I have been together for years. We're very much alike. Now I'm telling you that I intend to go out. I want you to sign my certification and come with me.
You're mad.
No. I think maybe if we get away from everything, out there, we'll find each other. We'll have a chance to love and be decent like ordinary human beings. Oh, well, don't you see? We've been destroying ourselves for years. We're getting older now. Oh, please. Please try to see it. A clean start, a new life, huh? Well,
this fellow Judson has really been filling your ear, hasn't he?
he's a kind person. He doesn't think I'm a... well, worth
it. You kill me, girl.
Walt, would you come with me?
No. If you want to wreck yourself, go ahead. And who, pray tell, thinks enough of a cheap character like you to sign her certification?
Judge.
What?
He said he would go out. And I intend to go.
I certified Judson and Flower that same evening. They're going to leave at midnight. I was working late. Come in. Well, Flower, I thought you and Judson...
We're not going. At least, I'm not.
Oh?
Judson decided he didn't want me alone.
He did?
Yeah. He left this note for me. The story of my life. Nice girl, but who wants to marry anybody like that?
I'm sure. I'm going alone. Don't try to stop me. It wouldn't work. I'd always look down on you, Judson. It doesn't sound like him.
Sounds like every man I've ever known. Except Wald. Wald doesn't judge me.
Except Wald? Where's Judson now?
Locked in the ship. He's leaving at midnight.
3 minutes. Listen, you wait here.
Where are you going?
See if I can reach that ship before it's too late. A man of my size and age shouldn't run, especially when he has a bad valve in his heart. But I covered the distance to the takeoff ramp like a track star. As I hit the edge of the ramp, I heard Tween's voice screaming at me from the control tower.
Karen, look out! You'll burn! Karen! Look out! Karen!
I reached the door. Just the rockets were beginning to warm up inside the ship. There wasn't any way to get in, except the blast. There's only one way to stop the ship from taking off once the combustion chambers are operating. You have to get the dampening rods into the chambers and stop the chain reaction. It took a lot of beef, but I've got a lot. I looked around the control room. Judson strapped into the pilot's chair. The controls were preset for automatic takeoff. I went over to him. He was dead. His head cracked like a match. Judd, I know you can't hear me, but I swear to you, I'll get the one who did this.
Really? It was me. I have a gun on me.
Whoa, you're a pig. You're a living human pig. To take the life of a man who's only out against you was that he wanted to help Flower?
I can't afford to lose Flower.
Don't you think you've lost her already?
Not at all. He thinks Judson is going out into space without her.
Oh, I knew he wasn't capable of writing a note like that.
It doesn't matter.
Just how do you expect to get away with it?
It's quite easy. Judson isn't going out alone after all.
Meaning? What was it?
Once this ship is headed to the stars, there won't be a shred of evidence.
Good. Got it all from here.
That's right. Turn around.
You have the gun. All I got is this. Stop it! Drop it! That man can move amazingly fast, Walt.
What are you going to do?
Do? Not much. I'm just going to certify you, Walt, for a flight into space. There are things you can do to a man if you know enough physiology. Pressures on the nerve system that can immobilize him for hours. I did them to Wald. Then I set the controls of the ship again and went out. I was breathing hard. It took me a long time to make it up the steps of the control tower. The Queen was waiting.
Karen! Oh, Karen, I was so worried. I thought you'd be burned. And then when war went...
I'm okay. That's what I mean. Sit down.
Captain.
Nothing much. I had to stop Judson from leaving alone. So.
But why?
Well, Wald decided to leave with him.
What?
That's right. He finally repented. He knew that if he stayed around, he'd just make you unhappy again. So he asked me to stop Judson so he could join him.
He means it.
Any second now. There go the engine.
He had a spark of decency in him after all. I knew it.
Yes. In a way, he's a sort of hero.
The ship is trembling now. There they go.
Maybe she knew, maybe not. Anyway, she had loved the man, and now she could love another. She came over to me and leaned over. Her lips were sealed. Then I knew that I could live with the viciousness of what I had done. When you're old and fat as I am, the kiss of a young girl can make you human again. They call me Karen. They forget what it feels like to be denied two worlds instead of one. And they forget something else, too. Karen is more than a birthday. Here was an execution.
Adventure in time and space, transcribed in future tense.
Dimension.
Can you predict what will come in 100 years, or in 10, or in the next minute? Some people think they can. Nuclear science, mathematicians, astronomers, biologists. They'll predict the shape of the future because they make the future. Because they see beyond the known dimensions of time and space into the unknown, Dimension X. We go ahead now in time to 1965. We're on a vast concrete runway set in the desert of the Southwest. A giant metal ship stands before us, prow pointed for the stars. And in 5 minutes, the signal will flash, and it will tear up through the atmosphere to the outer limits.
Attention. Clear field for takeoff. Clear field.
5 minutes, Steve.
For takeoff.
Warm her up, Charlie.
I want to go over procedure again, Steve.
Don't worry, I got it straight.
You just make sure.
Okay. I take her up on jets to 50,000, then I cut in the rocket.
No lower, or your tail blast will burn out 3 counties.
I climb 4 minutes on rockets, then start maneuver tests.
Remember that, no more than 4 minutes.
Right.
This ship isn't like those strato-rockets you've been testing. She's the first one built for outer space. If she works, she can go clear to the moon.
If I'd have known that, I'd have brought my toothbrush.
Well, not this trip. Now get this, Steve. You've got power there to clear the Earth's gravitational field. But remember, after you cut in the rockets, you've only got 10 minutes fuel. If you go beyond the outer limit and don't save fuel for the return...
I know, I won't get down again.
That's right, Steve. You'll drift off into space. Get that now. 10 minutes fuel.
Gotcha.
Now, as far as I'm concerned, this project is a lot more important than that cosmic ray bomb they're testing out in the Pacific tonight.
The Security Commission brass doesn't think so. I don't see any undersecretaries under anything.
Don't worry. In the long run, our ship will make the CR bomb back-page stuff. But in the meantime, it's just as dangerous. Remember, half the principles in this ship are pure theory, Steve. Slide rule stuff. If anything goes wrong, we may have to scrape you off the landscape with a soup spoon.
You have a charming sense of humor.
And here's what I'm getting at. We're risking your neck in this test. If anything blows, we don't want to have the next man pull the same boner.
I know, Hank.
So keep your mic open and keep talking. If anything goes wrong, we want to know exactly why. And we won't be able to ask you. Let us know before you pull every switch. Before you do anything. You got that?
Yeah.
Even if you only have to blow your nose.
All right, get those fuel lines away. Okay, Mr. Rose.
Well, I guess that's about all, Steve.
That reminds me, look, if Mary calls, I'm just up on a milk run. I didn't tell her today was it.
How is she?
She's okay, but she's due about now, and I don't want her to be nervous.
Hey, I didn't know the baby was that close.
Yeah?
Steve, I really ought to be sending a single man on this job.
What, cut me out of a soft paycheck? Forget it, Hank. You know you can't get anybody else who can take 15 G's acceleration when those rockets cut in.
Yeah, I know. It's time, Steve.
Yeah. Well, see you later. Don't worry, Hank. I'll sweat for both of us. Button her up, Charlie. So long, Hank.
So long. We'll give you the light from control. Okay, Steve. Got you on the speaker. I'm ready to go.
Mr. Hanson.
Ready on radar, Sergeant?
Mr. Hanson, you better see this.
What is it, Elsie?
Message center for Steve. Mrs. Weston just left for the hospital.
What? Hello, Steve.
Yeah.
Stand by a minute.
Shall we hold the takeoff, Mr. Hanson?
What? Oh, yes. No, wait just a minute. It's too late now.
You going to tell him?
Maybe he's got enough to worry about.
Hey, what's holding us up, Hank? Something on your mind?
No, it's nothing, Steve. I just wanted to say good luck. Clear for takeoff, Charlie?
Right.
Okay. Give him the light. All right, Steve, I'm reading you clear.
20,000. Airspeed 600. She's running fine. Soundproofing works. There's a third-degree waiver of the AGY pressure.
Got that, Charlie?
Check. Dead center on radar, Mr. Hanson. 50,000 now. Cutting out the port jet. Now the starboard. Off jet. Airspeed dropping. Opening the rocket port. Switch sticks a little, Charlie. Oxy alcohol, pressure is 350. All right, now I'm advancing the ignition key. Here goes rocket one.
Steve, you all right?
Yeah. Looks like somebody snuck in with a sledgehammer. Airspeed now 1,200. Here goes number two.
Hello, Steve. Elapsed rocket time is now 4 minutes. What's your altitude? Over to you.
Speed 4,400, still climbing. Altitude 297 miles.
All right, you're at the outer limit. Level off for maneuver test. You've got exactly 6 minutes fuel left.
Okay. Starting a 3-degree left bank. It's a little sluggish. That's all right now. A low vibration someplace. Maybe the cockpit hatch. Now I'm straightening out.
5 minutes fuel left.
Now I'm starting a 3-degree Hey!
What's the matter? What's wrong?
Something up here. Something shining.
What are you talking about?
Something above me, Hank. I'm going to chase it.
Steve, you're at the outer limit now.
I can see it plain now.
Steve, don't go any higher. You've only got 4 minutes left. You've only got...
Getting static. I can't hear you, Hank. It's dead ahead now. I'm going to make a pass at it. Get a good look. Hey, it's swerving to meet me. It's dead ahead now. Dead ahead.
Hello, Steve. Steve, come in.
9 minutes fuel gone.
Still no sign on radar.
Hello, Steve. Steve, what's happened? Charlie, get out the crash squad. Tell the Army squadron to alert their search planes.
Right.
9.5 minutes gone.
Hello, Steve. What's happened? Where the devil is it?
Charlie,
Hello.
Mr. Hanson.
Come in, Steve.
We need a search squad.
Come in.
No, Mr. Hanson's busy.
Hello, Steve. Hello, Steve.
10 minutes, Mr. Hanson. At the end of the fuel.
How long's it been now?
10 hours, Mr. Hanson.
Nothing more on radar, Sergeant?
Screen's blank.
Colonel Corelli called in. Search planes are back. They didn't find anything.
There should be some trace.
Couldn't have bailed out, could he?
You don't hit the soak at 4,400 miles an hour. Either went past the outer limit, ran out of fuel. Something blew, and we'll find the pieces scattered from here to the coast. Why does it have to be the best man? Always the best man.
I'll get it.
Charlie, we've got to figure out what was wrong.
All right, I'll tell you.
Something must have gone wrong. Yeah?
A message from Northside Hospital for Steve.
And what is it?
Mrs. Weston's fine. It's a boy.
Thank you, Elsie. It's a boy, Charlie.
Oh.
Fine. It's a boy. He didn't even know she went to the hospital. How am I going to tell Mary that?
Wasn't your fault, Mr. Hanson. Ship had to be tested.
Yeah, we'll build another one, and some other flying fool will shoot past the outer limit into space. Oh, I'm getting old, Charlie. You can remember when I used to take him up myself. Now I've got to send other men. It's a job, Mr. Hanson. Now I'm afraid. Every time I hear a jet go off, I jump. Every time I have to send someone up in a new model, I start to sweat.
Mr. Hanson.
Yeah?
I think there's something on the radar.
No flights scheduled in, are there, Elsie?
We have the whole day cleared.
It's coming in behind us. Here it comes over the building.
What crazy jockey is buzzing the field like that? Is that an Army plane, Charlie?
I can't see. It's turning.
Charlie, alert the field.
I know that engine. Steve!
That's impossible.
Look, there's his ship.
It can't be.
Well, there's no other model like that. It's Steve, all right. It's coming in.
Thank God. Thank God. All right, sit down, Steve. The quicker we get this done, the quicker you get over to see Mary, baby.
Hank.
Elsie, give the order to check and refuel the rockets. I don't want anybody in here till I get Steve's reports. Bury any calls. All right, let's have it. Let the devil happen.
Hank, does that cosmic ray bomb still go off tonight?
What are you talking about? Straighten out, Steve. Where you been for the last 10 hours?
Listen, Hank, there's something more important.
Come on. I've got to get a report on the screen to Washington, so let's have it. I've got to know how you stretched 10 minutes of fuel to keep you in the air for 10 hours.
Now, one thing before I talk.
Look,
have the
Steve.
Geiger men run over the ship before they refuel.
What'd you run into?
So help me, Hank, I don't know. We better check and make sure it isn't radioactive.
Elsie, add a Geiger report on the standard check. Steve, maybe we better have the doc look you over, too.
No, I'll be all right. They said I'd be all right.
They? Look, son, I know you've had a tough time, but we've had this field on the alert for 10 hours. One of the Army boys cracked up looking for you, and he's hurt bad. So let's have the story. Let's have it straight.
I don't know how to tell you. Hank, I saw something up there.
At 300 miles?
I chased something up there, Hank, and I caught it.
No, don't have.
Listen, I was cruising along, just starting the right bank, when I spotted something. It must have been going about half my speed. It was egg-shaped and smooth. I made a pass at it, and I was coming back for another, and then there was a humming sound.
Humming?
A sort of vibration. And I blacked out. I was headed straight for it at 4,400 miles an hour. I thought it was going to be the biggest smash since Hiroshima, and I guess they were drinking that bottle.
Never mind that, Steve. What happened?
I came to inside their ship.
Steve, this whole thing has been a devil of a strain on you. I'm going to call Major Donaldson from the Army base. Ask him to sit in.
Psychiatrist? Yeah, that's a good idea. Let him run his tests. He'll tell you I'm not kidding. Because, Hank, unless I miss my guess, I've just been tipped off to the way the world ends.
All right, Mr. Weston, suppose you continue your story.
Yes, let's have it, Steve. You woke up inside the ship?
Yes, and the place was jammed with machinery. Dials, blinkers. I couldn't recognize anything.
And you were surrounded by these men from Mars?
I didn't say anything about men from Mars. I didn't even say they were men. I couldn't see them clearly. They were just there.
Where did they come from, then?
Another galaxy. Millions of miles outside of our solar system. That's all I know. You figure out where they came from.
And they came all that distance to find the Earth?
Yes.
Did they tell you that?
Yes.
You mean they spoke English to you?
No, they didn't. It's funny. I hadn't thought. They didn't really speak to me at all. They just planted the thoughts in my mind.
You mean thought transference, telepathy?
Yes, that's right.
Well, Steve, what brought them here?
We did, Hank. We rang their bell. We brought them in.
How?
With our atomic explosions. Hank, that's why you've got to stop that bomb test tonight.
I'll give up.
Look, you've got to believe me, Hank. Oh, how can I make you understand?
Maybe I can help, Mr. Weston. Would you submit to narcopsychometry?
What's that?
Under proper drugs, I can put you back in this, ship. By suggestion. Then we can get a playback record of your memory pattern on the audio circuit.
And how long will that take?
Half an hour. We'll have to go over to the lab.
Will you believe me if it checks?
It will give us an accurate memory picture of what your mind reports.
All right, let's go. Hank, you got to believe me. We haven't got much time.
You should be getting drowsy now. Count backwards from 10.
fine. He's under. Now we attach the head plate electrode. Cortical pickup. Look out for that wire, Mr. Henson. 3-0 setting. 31.3. Now throw that switch, Mr. Henson. I have to start him off by suggestion. All right, Steve. You're in your ship now. You're in the rocket. Right. You're in the rocket. You're in the rocket. And you've just sighted something strange. Now I'm starting at 3 degree right.
What's that?
Hey, there's something up there. Something shining.
His memory pattern. They're picking it up electronically.
There's something above me, Hank. I'm going to chase it.
Piped through the audio circuit.
I'm getting static. I can't hear you, Hank.
This is where we lost contact with him.
I'm going to make a pass at it. Hey, swerving to meet me. It's straight ahead now. It's straight ahead.
Now what?
This is where he blacked out. There's no telling how long, minutes or hours.
What's that noise?
I don't know, Quiet.
Where? How did I get in here? What? Who are you?
Is he seeing things?
Intergalactic Patrol. What's that?
What are they saying, Steve? What are they saying?
It's about nuclear fission. They know about it. They know the danger of it. Long ago, they had wars that almost destroyed them. But finally, they learned. Now they've outlawed war.
Go on, Steve.
They patrol space. When their detector picks up an atomic explosion, they send a patrol.
What are they going to do?
They've quarantined us.
Quarantine?
They've isolated the Earth. Because we don't know how to control ourselves yet. Until we learn, we'll be a menace to the whole universe.
What is this nonsense?
Quiet. How are they going to do it, Steve?
They've spread a layer out here of, I don't know how to call it, all around the Earth. It's miles deep. When there's an atomic explosion on Earth, the radioactive particles will drift up to this layer, set off a chain reaction. It'll go around the world in microseconds. And that's the end.
The end?
Wait.
Yes. Yes. I understand. I've got to bring back the warning. You're going to put me back in my ship to bring the warning.
Now what?
Blacked out again. I guess that's all.
What does all that mean?
It's what he remembers.
You don't think that really happened?
No. Narcopsychometry circuits produce what he remembers. It just means that Steve believes it happened.
I don't like to see this. I've seen too many tough pilots snap. Steve is the best I've known. How bad do you think he is?
Frankly, outside of the presence of this well-organized hallucination, there's no sign of unbalance. May not be too serious. If he had a more plausible story, I'd be inclined to believe him.
Warning. Hank.
It's all right, boy.
Did you hear it, Hank? You understand?
Sure. We've been quarantined.
Let me give you something to make you sleep, Steve.
Don't you understand? They fixed it so that if we set off one more nuclear explosion, that'll be it.
Of course. Don't roll your sleep down.
You don't believe me.
Take it easy, Steve.
For the test tonight. They're setting off to see our bomb. Hank, what time is it?
11:20.
Well, it's scheduled for midnight. Hank, we gotta stop that bomb.
Steve, let Donaldson give you the hypo.
Hank, you've gotta believe me. I saw them. I got the warning. If we touch off that bomb tonight, it'll be the biggest galactic 4th of July of all time. The whole Earth will go up like a Roman candle. April 10th, 1965, the end.
Now, look, Steve, you better calm down. Don't you want to see Mary and the baby? You've got a new son, remember?
Yeah, that's just it, Hank. I want to see my son. I want him to live. If that bomb goes off, Hank, we've got to stop him.
Mr. Hanson, I think we've got to get over to the Bay Talk.
Hank, you've got to believe
Yeah,
me.
sure, Steve. Maybe there is something to it. Look, it's out of your hands. I'll put it in a report and shove it into Washington in the morning.
In the morning? There isn't going to be any morning, Hank. Don't you understand? You've got to call Washington now. Get the head of the Security Commission and postpone that test.
Now, you know I can't do that, Steve. My neck would be out a mile. Besides, this is 1965, not 45. 20 countries have atomic bombs now. What's the use of stopping just this one?
The rest will keep right on popping them.
Well, then we'll have to call an international conference. Can't you understand, Hank? The first one that goes off finishes us at the end. They've given us the quarantine warning.
Steve, I think you'd better go with us to the base hospital.
Look, Steve, we can call up for a detail if we have to.
All right. I'll go with it. You don't need a straight jacket.
That's the way, Steve. You'll probably feel better by morning. Let's go.
Well, Steve, tomorrow I'll drive you over to the hospital to see Mary and the kid.
Sure.
Look at the ship under the floodlights. Pretty, huh? You'll be flying her again soon, don't you worry.
Yeah, I guess so. What you doing out in the line? They fuel her?
Yeah, we got cosmonauts coming in tomorrow from Denver for another test. Figure we give you a day off.
That's good. That's
Why? Steve! Steve, come back! Come on, Donaldson. Steve! Steve, wait! He's heading for the rocket. Look, there he goes up. That crazy fool. You can't get at him now. That covers armor glass. He's waving. Yeah, towards control. Where's the radio? He needs the radio. Come on. I should have gotten help. Oh, the radio's still up here. Hello. Hello, Steve.
Listen to me, Hank. You gotta call Washington now.
Come out of that rocket, Steve. I'll call my men.
Don't try anything, Hank. They've refueled the rocket for tomorrow.
Take it easy, Steve.
Listen, you know what'll happen when I fire the rocket tubes down here?
Steve, don't.
They'll burn out every building for 5 miles. All of us in one big blast.
Steve, what do you want?
You've got to stop that bomb. You got to call Washington right now.
They won't believe me.
You make that call or I cut in the rocket. Now, I mean it, Hank. Now, hook my screen to yours in parallel. I want to see exactly what you're doing.
All right. Just don't fire those rockets.
Get going, Hank. You got 12 minutes to make that call and stop that bomb.
All right, I'm making the parallel hookup right now. Jonathan, you think he'll really blast?
I don't know. Up to now, I don't think say was normal, but now he's liable to do anything, Hanson.
Steve, there, you getting it on your screen?
Yeah. Now put that call through.
All right.
Operator,
Visit screen to Washington.
the visit screen circuits are busy, sir. You'll try again in half an hour.
This is Security Commission priority. Break in, get me a line.
Yes, sir. Just a moment, please.
10 minutes, Hank.
Listen, Steve, I'm trying.
Ready to take your call, sir.
Washington, Security Commission 3, this is urgent. I want Undersecretary Herbert Ames.
Washington 3. 1 moment, please.
Hurry, with...
1 moment, please.
What time is it, Anderson?
11:51.
Do you think he'll fire those rockets?
He might.
Washington,
Visit screen 3, Mr. Herbert Ames, please.
that is coded exchange. I cannot accept your call without clearance.
Get it through, Hank.
Listen, Washington, put it through. This is Mr. Hanson at San Marco Air Base. This is a priority call. I'm coded.
1 moment, please. I will check your code number.
Get that through, Hank, and that bomb goes off at 12.
Will you be reasonable, Steve?
Your call has cleared, San Marco. Washington, visit screen 3. Herbert Ames, please.
Security Commission Ames.
Listen, Ames.
Hello, Hank.
Ames, you gotta get me to the chief.
Are you kidding? He's at the test control room.
Yes, I know, but get him for me.
What's up? You look lousy. Or is it a bad circuit?
There's no time. I've got to get him before the test. It's about the CR bomb.
I can't take that responsibility.
Get that through, Hank, or I flag.
Hey, what's going on there?
Ames, my project has a high enough rating. This is a priority A call.
What? Okay, it's your neck. I'll try to get him for you. He's in the control room, so you'll have to switch off your screen and speaker and go on earphones. Too much going on in there. Security room.
You hear that, Steve? I've got to cut the incoming screen.
All right, don't try anything. 8 minutes, Hank.
Hello? What?
Got him, Hank?
Yes. This is Hanson at San Marco. No, sir. Priority A request to cancel the bomb test. No, I'm serious. This is deadly serious. We sent the X-2 JTR up today to the outer limit. We uncovered evidence. Yes, on the automatic instruments. What's that? No, possible chain reaction. No, I can't tell you the whole story. There isn't time. Yes, I'll bring the readings into Washington in the morning. You've got to postpone the test till you see them. Look, I've worked on contracts with the Commission for 10 years. Yes, I have complete confidence in my information. You can record that. All right, I'll call you back immediately. Bye.
Hank?
He's agreed to cancel, Steve. The bomb won't go off. All right, boy. You can come down out of that ship.
He's opening up. Here he comes.
All right, Steve. Come on down.
Here, Hank. Second.
Hank, I was scared. I was plain scared.
Easy now, it's all over. Bomb.
Thank God. Look, I want to see Mary and the baby. You get me transportation now?
Wait a minute, it's almost 12. They won't let you in the hospital now.
I want to see the baby. Sure you do, but you've been under the strain. I've got a shot for you here, Steve. Give you a good night's sleep. All right. Roll up your sleeve. Yeah, here. There, that'll make you sleep. Sergeant will find you a bed.
Yes, sir. Come on, Mr. Weston.
Okay. Good night, Hank. I'm kind of beat it. It's been a tough night. It sure has. I thought for a minute he was going to blast those rockets and send us all to Kingdom Come.
Yeah.
Quite a stunt getting the ray bomb test called off.
It isn't called.
But the chief said...
Ames couldn't get the chief. I was talking to a dead circuit. Bomb goes off in a couple of minutes.
Oh. Poor Steve. Was one of the best.
He was the best. 1 in 10 million.
Some story of his, poor guy. For a while, he almost had me believing that quarantine. That's a very common illusion. End of the world.
Yeah. I suppose so. Ah, it's a nice night. Never saw the stars so bright.
We better be getting in. That wind is cold.
The bomb goes off in 30 seconds. Poor Steve.
You know, Hanson, there's just one thing.
Yeah?
It's outside my field, but I'm curious. How did he keep that ship in the air for 10 hours with only 10 minutes fuel?
You have just heard another adventure in time, space, and the unknown world of the future. The world of Dimension X.
Next week, a star of the future appearing on the program of the future, Dimension X. Next week, Miss Nancy Olson, the talented young actress whose performance in Sunset Boulevard marks her as one of Hollywood's most promising young actresses, becomes the first of a group of rising young artists of stage and screen who have been invited to make an appearance in this series. So listen then for Hello Tomorrow, starring Nancy Olson on Dimension X.
Tonight, Dimension X has transcribed The Outer Limits, written by Graham Dorr and adapted for radio by Ernest Kenoy. Featured in the cast were Wendell Holmes as Hanson, Joseph Julian as Steve, and Joe DeSantis as Donaldson. Your host was Norman Rose. Music by Albert Berman, engineer Bill Chambers. Dimension X is produced by Van Woodward and directed by Edward King.